Okay. I think we're back. And I think it's working. Swap this over. That should turn the Discord back on. Welcome back, everybody. It's Wednesday. It's a tired Wednesday. It's a Wednesday nonetheless. Dandelion, hello. Roja, hello. What was I doing here? Yes. Okay. So it is Wednesday. I am joined by? How does that work? Joined with? That sounds wrong to me. Either way, I'm Rookzer0. Welcome back to the stream. Wow. Okay. YouTube just took a poop. What just happened here? Hopefully that will correct itself. Yeah. What a great start. What a great start for the day. It is the viewer suggestion. It is Wednesday. I'm going to start by drawing a rugby, as you normally do. Yeah, we have a bunch of suggestions that were given by the community this week. We're going to roll some dice. We're going to draw some cool D&D monsters. We're going to listen to some sweet music. That's all I got. It is spooky time again, so let's get some spooky rugbies in here. How's everybody doing today? Symbiotically bound. No, I don't think we're quite there yet. Give him some vampire fangs. Do a vampire rugby. Maybe no eyes.
No eyes rugby?
Just like, we're gonna go Tim Burton vampire rugby today.
He'll no longer be wall-eyed.
Yeah. Am I drawing really tiny? No.
Okay. You are. That's bigger. Okay. There's 3 of us starting out.
We are hanging out in Aggie today. For the internet. My brain is fried already. I got nothing going on up top.
That's hello. A great sign.
Feels like a really slow hump day. Yeah, that's about it. I woke up this morning panicking because I thought it was Thursday. And then I realized, no, it's Wednesday. And then I was like, oh God. Oh God, it's Wednesday. Hello,
yes, Bionic, you do sense a druid. I am here today.
Yep, the Blues Druid is joining us today. Took a week or 2 off, I think, from the last ones.
Yeah, like a week and a half.
Just
got kind of sick.
It's okay. That is okay. Blue. No thoughts, head empty. Yep, that's it. What did I do yesterday?
You streamed on Twitch?
No, I meant like after that. I worked on the video. I got a whole ton of stuff in the video done. We have a little bit more to work on tonight, which I might work on in the Discord after stream today, but maybe not. I might just finish it up on my own. I feel like when I go to work on stuff on my own, I constantly get distracted by other things.
It bullied you into working out.
You did. Yep, it did happen. I did work out a little bit, which was good.
Mm-hmm.
I've also The stream froze?
No, is my internet.
Oh.
My internet's... Can you hear me okay? Am I, like...
You sound fine.
Okay. My browser's just being really slow and getting lots of hiccups.
I've bullied myself into flossing every night.
Hey, that's good.
Which is good, yeah. Like, I'm not terrible about flossing, but I'm also not great at it. But it has been like a solid week of flossing every night, that's pretty good for me. Like, usually I floss once or twice a week, best of times. Ring fit. It makes a big difference. My teeth feel great. Floss your teeth, people. What is ring fit? Oh, like... Is that when you do exercises with those giant metal rings that broke Markiplier's nose?
No, it's Ring Fit is a workout game for the Wii.
Oh, that's right. We bought one of those. I remember that now. But it did not come with the game, so we literally just bought the ring. And it was like, whoops. And then I don't know what happened to it after that. Might have gotten returned. It might be on a shelf somewhere. I did the Wii Fit for a while. That was fun. We got one of those boards, like we stand on them boards. It was really funny because I'm built like a brick, and at the time I was working out, so I was pretty buff, and I got on the board and it had my little Wii thing. It's like, how tall are you? I'm like, I'm Jacksepticeye tall. And it's like, how much do you weigh? And I'm like, 225. And my little character just went boing and turned into Cartman. I was like, that's not cool. Why you gotta do this to me? Why you gotta do this to me, Nintendo? They're like, you're super overweight. And I was like, shut up. My BMI is hot garbage.
Yeah, well, BMI is hot garbage in general.
Yeah. But I do need to lose a little weight, so...
Yeah. Let me just clarify. It has been a little while since I've looked at body mass index. So it might have been updated since I looked at it 10 years ago.
No,
but
it's
when
still
I
garbage.
looked at it 10 years ago, it said that the normal weight for a woman was roughly prima ballerina.
Okay, I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
I looked at it with my friend who is a ballerina, and we ran the numbers, did the math, and decided that what BMI looks at as normal is far from it.
BMI is essentially one unit of measurement designed for one thing, so yeah, you can't really take it as a whole. So for me, my body mass index is really high, and then when doctors look at that, they then look at me and they're like, no, you're fine. It's like, okay. But now I'm chunky. I'm also chunky now. Back then I was fine. Now I'm chunky. That's a pretty good vampire rugby. Pretty happy with that.
A lot of things can also throw it off. Just like if you drink a lot of water throughout your day, that can throw it off too.
Right, yeah. I mean, it's
like...
So the body mass index is basically an index of the average person at this height should weigh X. That's it. That's all it is. It's a comparison of weights to heights, which is, once again, not super useful to most people. So
yes.
if you are extreme in any situation, it doesn't help. You have to have other things like added into it to make it have any meaning. But Nintendo used the body mass index to determine the squatness of your me. And so for me, it was very, very chunk.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yep. My mother and my father's me's were like boop, and mine was like wham. I was like, okay. Nintendo. Not cool.
Way to fat shaming.
Yeah. Alrighty. I'm going to. So the way this works, because we've already started the shenanigans and we haven't talked about anything yet. The way this works is we've collected D&D character suggestions over the week in the community posts, and I have them all on a list now. So if you'd like to suggest one that is not on the list that you did not post, you have not posted yet, please just put it in the chat and I'll add it to the list. And yeah, we'll go from there. So I'm going to roll a dice. We're going to see which number it lands on, and then I'm going to draw out that suggestion. That's the way it works. The dice gods get to decide. And yeah, Cart143. I don't know much about BMI, but I've heard that it's kind of bad if you're just muscular because it's just weight. Yeah, it's only weight to height. So if you are overweight, like it says one thing, but if you're muscular, it's another thing. And if you're overweight and muscular, then it's really, really bad. So it's really only just a tracking methodology. Like if your body proportion doesn't change, and your BMI goes up, something's, that means you're gaining muscle mass.
Yes.
And so that's really all it is.
Yeah.
BMI is great for tracking proportions, but also as you grow up, it judges like how much you're actually growing versus how much you're weighing. And so it's a metric. Don't use that as a thing. Same thing like scales. If you're trying to lose weight, like losing weight is one thing, but really what it should be is how do you want to change your body in a helpful or healthy way. And you can't just use weight to do that because that's not how it works. So it is just another metric. Don't read into it too hard.
So the thing that I should have said isn't that body mass index is bullshit. It's that the way that body mass index is often applied is bullshit. That would have been a much more accurate statement.
I mean, my only statement was, yeah, that's fair. I don't want to get into it too much because, yeah, it's one of those things that people take too seriously, and I don't want people to do that. So don't read into it too much. Cat143, I do apologize for saying Cart. I don't know why I read it that way. My brain. Welcome in. I do apologize for that. I have a lot of people call me Rookzer or Rookzer0. I don't know why those are the two misreadings of my name that happen all the time, but it's weird, and I apologize. Crashes through windows. I'm late. What did I miss? Not a lot, Dr. Random. We're just about to roll the first die. Druid and I believe Ambrosia. Is that his one? Yeah. Someone's drawing with me today. We got a Kenku on there. I like it. I'm trying to catch up. I stayed up too late, woke up too early. Brain no good. Bad brain juice today. A rugged dressed looking human cleric. I can do that. There's a bunch of cute, happy ghosts floating around them all the time. So it sounds like we have a like an undead medium cleric. I like that. Ruggedly dressed.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
How do you ruggedly dress a cleric? Clean that mess up with.
Nice rugged cleric.
Yeah, nice rugged cleric. Orbis, hello today. Hello today.
First you draw Harrison Ford in his prime, and then you put a Pope hat on him.
Square face.
Or Clint Eastwood at any time of his life.
Is Clint Eastwood rugged, or is he... I guess, yeah. I guess that would just be like the... I'm trying to think of the other word I want to use. Well-weathered. Clint Eastwood is weathered to me.
Rugged and weathered are two words for the same condition.
Yeah, okay. That's fine. We can buy that. I can buy that.
I think the difference is how hot your baseline is, right? Rugged is handsome, weathered is old and worn.
Oh man, I was totally taking rugged as like robust. like like rugged wear. So like a really, really durable coat. That's what I was thinking, rugged.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no.
And
Flannel.
I was thinking ruggedly handsome, like 5 o'clock shadow, piercing eyes, the type of man that you can be little spoon to and just feel safe.
I guess I've never thought to look for people to be rugged.
Yeah. And I'm thinking of Grizzly Adams as rugged.
Yeah, okay. See, that's what I'm thinking. Like fur-lined coat, like a leather coat,
Yeah.
trapper coat.
The
I could buy
outdoorsy
that.
top.
Yeah, outdoorsy. I guess so. You're right. Like Clint Eastwood could be rugged, but he's like desert, Southern California rugged, and I always think like Northern Idaho, Canada rugged. That's what my head went. My head went Canada rugged.
So you're thinking of Logan when he's like roughing it in the Canadian Rockies at X-Men.
Sure. I was thinking of Grizzly Adams, really, is what I was thinking of.
Okay.
Clint Eastwood has been playing old Clint Eastwood for 40 years. I think that's true. It says depressed, by the way, not dressed. Uh-oh. A ruggedly depressed cleric? Is that what it's supposed to be? Oh no. Did I read it wrong?
Alright, so now I'm just thinking of Caleb as a cleric with ghosts floating around him.
You know, the only difference is we give them like deep sagged eyes. Just like the ghosts will not leave them alone. Now it's Bruce Willis from Sixth Sense.
It's like, which Bruce Willis are you referring to?
All Bruce Willises are ruggedly depressed. That's
Yeah,
just...
Come to New York, it'll be fun, they say.
Follow the terrorists in all the world. And I had to kill the one with size 6 shoes. Have you seen the new Rick and Morty's yet? I don't think Drew is going to watch them, which is fine.
No, yeah, I don't watch Rick and Morty. It's a little...
We gotta get out of here so we can help Summer do her Die Hard. Are you doing a Die Hard? What does that mean? What do you mean, you've never seen Die Hard? So good. Rick and Morty is a... what I call it. Masochistic tendency of mine. Always makes me depressed. It's great. Help my pocket dimension is attempting to kill me, I think. Close the pocket dimension? Pyramid head. What? What's pyramid head? Like it. Rugged could be describing something that could stand up to rough handling, whether it is after rough handling. Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's why I think Clint Eastwood is more weathered than rugged, because like he looks like he's been dragging his face in the sand for 40 years already. The good, the bad, and the disheveled.
Basically.
think I'm now out of bounds. Of the pocket dimension? I would hope so. I haven't been on these forever. Noah Morecraft, hello, welcome in. How many fathers are also out of bounds? Can you tell? Fought? I'm confused. I'm confused about what's going on in the chat. I've lost the plot, I think, a little bit. I'm just over here trying to draw a depressed cleric. Brain is no man hour today. We are doing some cool stuff though. Got new stickers in. I'm gonna try to send those out for Halloween. That'll be fun. Spooky season. Probably won't get another sticker package out for a little while after that, but I'm gonna try to get them out before Thanksgiving and stuff. And I might start trying to sell some for Christmas. We'll see. We shall see. Woo. This suggestion is yet again one of my own NPCs. Nice. What's the game called? What game are we talking about? I've been playing a game, okay, where I have a pocket dimension, but it bugs out. And now I'm above the roof of basically hell. For water themes? You're above water hell? That is interesting. I'm not sure what game that would be either. Been playing Played It Up. It's pretty good. Chaotic.
I understand it's better than
Overcooked?
What was it?
Overcooked?
Yeah, Overcooked.
I didn't get into Overcooked at all, so I can't really say to it, but Played It Up is surprisingly fun but difficult. Like, we haven't actually beaten the game yet, which surprises me because we're usually pretty good about just like smashing stuff, and this one has been eluding us. But there's a little bit of RNG to it, so I'm not surprised that it's a little weird. But it's fun. Set up a restaurant. Just try to survive. Try to survive, you know. It's on Roblox for like $5. Ah, gotcha. I've still never ever played Roblox.
Me neither, and I don't think I ever will.
Spoken like a true Minecraft purist.
Yep. It's not that I don't think other games aren't worth playing, it's that time constraints and the amount of media is just, you know, I'm happy with what I got. I don't need anything else at the moment.
What? I think there is this thought process that a lot of people bump into about, like, I like a thing, and like, well, I gotta try it now. It's like, you don't have to. Like,
yeah,
I can just tell you about it. I live so vicariously through other like YouTubers and friends that like I'm totally fine not playing things like Skyrim because I have played them a little bit, but then I've watched other people play them and I'm good. That's all I need. That's all I need in my day.
Alright, I'm ready. What am I rolling?
D20. We have a lot. We have a lot this week.
13.
13. A burly werewolf barbarian with big claws and teeth. All war-torn and scary. Spooky month. You want me to read that again?
All right.
Early werewolf, barbarian, big claws and teeth. I like it. I like it. Been called a deep woken? Oh, it's called Deep Woken. It's basically Elden Ring, but open world PvP permadeath. Gotcha.
No, thank you.
Have you ever done an Elden Ring permadeath run?
No.
I've never successfully done one, but I really like permadeath runs. They're kind of fun. I've done that a lot with like Baldur's Gate and Diablo. Lars is really good at them. Like, he generally does pretty well, but I tried to do one run with him once on Diablo 3, and he played so cautiously, and I was just like, the whole idea here is that we might die. And he's like, I want to not die as much as possible. And I'm like, I want to die as much as possible until I get so good that I can't die. And long story short, I died very quickly, and then we stopped playing together. So, to each their own. Yeah, Elden Ring permadeath does not sound a lot of fun. But at the end of the day, like, Elden Ring permadeath and like Elden Ring without leveling up are essentially the same. So it's probably possible. I watched a guy beat Elden Ring with only the spirits. That was really stupid. What? That's my suggestion there. Maybe Bionic if you wanted a burly werewolf. This guy looks how I feel right now. Just like, I don't know.
No, I'm gonna need a different angle on this.
One of these days I'm gonna make myself a bladed mace and it's gonna be awesome. Seems like the best of cleric weapons. Isn't a bladed mace just a multi-headed axe? Yes, yes it is.
Pretty much, yeah.
Also referred to as a flanged mace.
Flanged mace, yep. Apparently we're pirates now. I found back in the day I decided to see I decided to take a chance at making some chainmail. And I got like a sleeve done. So I have like a shoulder and a sleeve done. I stopped. But I found all of the chainmail, like as I made a whole bunch of rings, and I was just like, I should finish this someday. And then I was just like, that's not a project I need to start up right now, but yeah, that could be fun. So who knows? Maybe I'll finish that.
Yeah, I've got about a 6-inch by 12-inch sheet of chainmail as well.
It's a fun project, but it takes so long.
Yeah, and it's hard on your fingers and it's exhausting.
Oh, I use pliers, like, no.
I mean, so did I, but...
Oh, excuse me. Bladed maces are better than spike ball maces. I agree. Spike ball maces are dangerous and just unnecessary. Adam returns. Where's the salmon? We haven't drawn a salmon yet. No one suggested a salmon. Maybe we'll have to find one.
No, they're referring to last week where we were discussing your previous job or working with salmon.
I mean, I drew a salmon last week too.
We did.
So, you know, someone's gonna have to start the topic off. Did anybody make the salmon Mjolnir from my video? Because it's delicious. I was gonna make I'm gonna make enchiladas, I think, tonight. That's gonna be great. But I was gonna make something last week that I said I was gonna make, and then I ended up not doing it, and then I was like, oh, now I feel bad. But I can't remember what I made. I made something that was awesome. I made some pickled onions yesterday, so good. Didn't turn out quite the way I wanted. I think I used the wrong vinegar. But I definitely need to do more pickling. I'm gonna do more quick pickling, I think.
Pickled radishes.
That's what I wanted to make. I forgot to buy the radishes, and I was like, no! So I just made the pickled onions. Pickled radishes are amazing. Alright, I think that's our depressed cleric. I think that's as much as I need to do here. His arms are way too long, but whatever. Maybe he's got a ghost arm.
Maybe some people just have
Some people
longer
just
arms than other people.
just one slightly longer arm.
I mean, people have that with legs.
When you eat salmon, you get bigger, but your wallet gets thinner. That's true. Fish is kind of expensive right now. That is very true. What was it? I was at the store yesterday, and I was gonna get some salmon. And it was like $22 a pound, and I was just like, nah, not gonna do that. I'm just not gonna do that. That's fine.
It's a canned salmon.
Yeah, right. Okay, we're gonna roll some more dice. Here we go.
I am not British. I do not like tinned fish.
Well, that is very snooty of you.
Yes, yes, it is.
I will eat pretty much anything that's in a can. A tiger folk necromancer warlock. Okay, that's interesting. Tiger folk?
Not expecting that.
I wasn't either. I think there's 2 of them on the list today. Oddly enough.
I mean, it's my suggestion, but I was not expecting it to actually get rolled.
Oh. Freaking tiger folks. Dang it. Tigers have very specific head shapes. It's like bunnies, but then deadlier.
It's like bunnies, but deadly.
Yeah, look at a lion. Or wait, did you say lion or tiger? Tiger. Look at a tiger. Look at a tiger and then look at a bunny, like side to side. The shape is the same. It's very strange. Cow tongue is now $30. It used to be much less. Wow. Thank you for my drawing suggestion. Yeah, no problem. Jehovah's missionary cleric, but he knocks at every party's door to convert them. I mean, I've played people that have done that kind of stuff. They want to be... Yeah, is it $30 for a cow tongue? I grew up with cows, essentially. So, like, I don't know how much that stuff actually costs. Because it was just like, I remember walking into my grandmother's kitchen once and there was just a cow heart in the sink, and I was like, okay, this is fine.
It's weird because traditionally those things would have been super cheap and to get because they were the throwaway parts from. But now because people are very much like into chic peasant food.
Sure, that makes sense.
Things like kidneys and liver and
Lobster
cow tongue
and crab
are super expensive.
Yeah, it's something I saw on the playground. The wealthy, popular kids buy the best toys or have the best toys, and then the poor kids figure out how to do better with less, and then the rich kids get jealous and want all that for themselves.
Yep.
This is just the culinary equivalent of that exact playground scenario.
That's about right.
Okay, how do I make a tiger folk a necromancer? That's the real question. Give him a skull? We need skulls. We're gonna put skulls on this boy. They're dead. I've made this a very derpy tiger.
They're in some tiger folk.
That is not a good reference. And I'll tell you why. That is a very flat brush style. Which I guess it does work. I could use that as a reference, but like it shows no shape of the head. Yeah. So I'd have to basically like copy that almost exactly. Yeah, it's got a little bit of the mouth. I like the upper lip too, so that'll help. It's not a terrible reference. I take it back.
Does that one work better?
Yeah, that helps much more. I like the patterning on the one on the top, so I'm gonna go with that. I think the big thing with tiger folks over cat folk is like the shoulders have to be so much broader, so they don't have that like live female form. They have that, or I said female, feline form. They have more of that like bulky, big cat energy, I guess.
Yeah.
And then necromancy, and then somehow necromancy. What if we just draw everybody today really tired?
To match how you feel right now.
Yeah.
That's not gonna work for me. I've finally got this snarling face working, although it does look awfully bear-like. That's okay. It looked like I was drawing the tiger 2 minutes ago, so step in the right direction.
Just give him really baggy eyes. Necromancy, 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 necromancy. How do we do this? If you can be a buff necromancer, someone has to dig the grave. That's true, yeah. Doesn't that make him a grave digger? I like that idea, actually. Maybe we'll get my shovel. French had a moment where they mixed jelly and horse meat. For some reason, everybody liked it. I mean, apparently horse is pretty good.
But like jelly and meat is a thing. It's called aspic.
Yeah.
Not something I particularly like, but it is a thing.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about it, I guess.
You say it, your werewolf looks bear-like. To me, they almost look a bit badger-like.
Yeah,
see
they're
bear.
moving.
I see
They're
bear.
moving in. They're moving in weasel direction, definitely.
Someone who has been up close and personal with too many badgers. I say bear.
Bears are just supersized badgers.
Badgers are assholes. That's all I want to add to that.
Aggie. What I wouldn't give for a liquefy tool right now.
Why do you need a liquefy tool?
Well, just to smudge things around.
All right, we got to start adding necromancer because otherwise I've just drawn a tiger. Got it.
Less there. Eyes closer together. Muzzle more narrow. Nose more heart-shaped.
Yeah, skeletons before. You gotta get the skeletons first.
Wait, get them by like killing people or stealing them?
Both?
Well, they were talking about the gravedigger thing, and it's like, well, someone said, isn't that what skeletons are for? I was like, well, you gotta at least get one skeleton, so you gotta at least dig up one grave.
Gotta get. Well, so my thought would be your corpse companion is like, I don't know, maybe a dead relative or friend or ex-lover or something. That got really dark.
Dead tiger.
Yeah. Ex as in they died, not as in like you killed them. That's a good point. If you're a tiger necromancer, can you just revive tigers?
I mean,
That's what I would do.
I like the idea.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I would hate to play in that campaign because knowing most of my DMs, we'd never run into any big cats.
I'm a big fan of hand waving a lot of requirements for skeletons.
I think for the longest time they said like skeletons had to be a humanoid corpse, but when they made this forger, they kind of just hand waved it away. Like it can be animals too if you want.
Yeah, so Pathfinder, you could basically just animate anything that died.
Well, that's because Pathfinder was smart and had an undead template, so
That's true, yeah.
it was much easier to actually make all that.
Because yeah, if you kill a chicken and then all of a sudden revive a skeleton out of it, it's like, is it a chicken skeleton? Like, well, the stats in the book say that it's just a dude with a scimitar. It's like,
Excuse me?
mm-hmm. And necromancer sits at an apex of a pyramid of ghouls. Like a what's it called? One of the cheer pyramids. A pyramid of ghouls. I like that. Also, if you want to play a character up from Dawn, do we... Man, why can't I read today? If we want to put a character up to be drawn, do we post it in the Discord or in the chat? If you haven't posted it already on the YouTube, then you can post it in the chat and we'll add it to the list. Yeah, so what I started doing for Kevin the Necromancer, because there are tons of really cool undead creatures, and the way the book is written, or the spells are written at least, is that you can revive a creature up to CR whatever based on your level and the spell. And so what we started doing is if he killed something like what was something he killed? He killed a Triceratops. They found a Triceratops body. And I was like, yeah, you could just revive that creature if you want using your animate things, but then it takes so much of your slots. Or we can assume that you have the mass to create your Necrocraft of X amount of hit dice worth of creatures. So that way we could just kind of conglomerate things into the Necrocraft continuously. And we would flavor it to where, like, when we killed a bunch of raptors, he all of a sudden, like, one of his arms was just raptor heads, which was really cool. So there's a couple different ways to look at it. You can look at it as just like creatures are hit dice, and so that way, like a chicken, you could kill a chicken, and it's not enough to, you know, make a human skeleton. But if you kill enough chickens, then you could craft something that resembled a skeleton out of parts, or at least something that would be comparable to the stat block, right? So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with having a skeleton. I'm like, that one's got a goblin skull. It's like, it does. What's your problem? Like, leave it alone. It acts the same. I almost want like a secondary cowl on the inside here. I do want to make him a little darker, maybe a little more. What's the word? Dour, I don't think is the right word. A little more.
Grim?
Grim, yeah. That's good. Grim. Kind of pull his cheekbones up here a little bit.
Alright, that's starting to read a little bit more dog.
Bork, bork, bork. Black tabaxi robe with black fur-lined coat, cape, silver bells on the belt.
Silver bells.
Where am I typing? What's happening?
Getting pupper.
For some reason, the hell? We're just gonna delete that. We're gonna delete that row. Don't know what's happening there. On my list, I typed it in, and it's like size 1 font, but it's not. It says it's size 20. I don't know what's happening. Now it's fine. Four popped colors.
You're right, Burning. I will never be for popped collars cool.
We went to that wedding a few weeks ago, and we tried to take a nice picture. Like, oh, we'll take a picture while we're dressed up fancy. But we took it after we'd been awake for, let's see, we woke up at like 6 a.m. and then we took the picture at like 12:30 at night. After the wedding. And I got home and I looked at the pictures and I was just like, we looked like death. Like, like I was trying to be cool and it did not work at all. Like, yeah, let's take a nice picture. It's like, oh god, we just look exhausted and terrible. So
There we go. Make sure Doggo's got his mascara.
alright, I'm gonna give him some tattoo stuff. That's not how tiger marks work. Shut up. It's fine. So aggressive today. I guess this was supposed to be a warlock, so we needed the tattoos eventually.
Totally.
I was thinking about that the other day, and I think the reason I like putting tattoos on warlocks is because it's like they're marked. They're marked by the person there, or the creature they're subservient to.
Contract with.
Yeah. Like I feel like the manifestation of that contract should be physical, even if it's like just mystical runes or something. Like there should be a manifestation of it somewhere. I like that idea.
Yeah, I like that idea as well. I do the same thing for any of my characters that die and get brought back to life. I want them to be marked by death in some way, like physically marked by it.
Yeah. I think with sorcerers, I do the same thing with like the tattoos or runes, because it's like that arcane magic is manifesting itself through your bloodline, so it's part of you. I like those ideas. Human fathomless warlock pirate who has tattoos of massive tentacles expanding over his heart. On the list.
That's cool. I think my favorite sorcerer like markings were character I played a storm sorcerer, and it was really easy and kind of a cop out, but it also was really cool in my mind to have, like, you know, those lightning strike scars people get with the branching birds. He had those on his back, right above or right behind his heart, and went down his spine.
I'm playing with the idea. Next time we manage to get together for D&D, I want to size this really mysterious-looking guy clad in dark fabric, showing his face, and start talking to becoming bubbles interest. Pretty good idea. I've done that a few times with different NPCs. I actually planned a whole campaign around 3 goblins in a trench coat, and it's pretty funny. One of my favorite introduction games. You had to download the YouTube app in order to actually comment. That's weird. Could you not just log into YouTube on your... Like, I assume you're on your phone or something. Wizards with hands. Oh, Wizards with hats. Yeah, that's strange. I guess I pretty much always use the YouTube app, so I'm a little skewed.
You know that thing that artists do where when they're drawing something, they make the face of the thing that they're drawing?
Yep.
And I'm definitely not doing that, I promise. Super not happening.
I've been doing it for your character this whole time. Every time I see it. Okay. I think that's good enough. I think that's...
That's why you dyed the fur. With the tattoo.
The freezer burn thing?
I guess.
Okay. I think that's pretty good. Corvus, I hope you're happy with this.
Yes.
I should have put like a bird in his mouth. I'm gonna revive this later. That would have been pretty funny. Alright, let's roll some more dice. A half-orc barbarian, Path of the Beast. That's very simple, and I like it. Path of the Beast, barbarian orc. I have a barbarian character who has scarification. Middle AF, yep. Maybe the patron changed their stripe patterns? That could be funny, yeah. Oh, that would have been cool, yeah, the tattoos. Or just the tigers. Swirls or something. Fur dye. Yeah. I think changing hair color, especially with magical means, is on point.
Agreed.
Would it even show up if their fur grows back? Sorry, burning out. I just saw that. Yeah, I think it would. I think magically it would change it. Otherwise, yeah, they just have a lot of tattoos under their fur. All right, half orc. Half orc barbarian, beast barbarian.
Type of beast.
Was nondescript. I could go like water buffalo or hippo would be pretty funny.
Buffalo.
Rhino.
Rhino would be pretty good too.
I wasn't trying to do sexy lips, I was trying to do... There we go. You just watched the Cyberpunk cartoon the Studio Trigger did for Netflix. Ooh, it was a rough go. It was really good though. What kind of abilities? I guess it'd just be like a charger, right? If you were doing a beast barbarian, like a rhino barbarian.
Yeah, we get a few options. Can't remember. I know obviously claws is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's also a tail option.
Gore attack's not an option?
Hmm?
A gore attack isn't an option if you get horns or something?
There's a bite attack, which you could probably persuade someone to do for a horn type because it does piercing damage.
Yeah, I think Minotaurs have a gore attack,
Yeah.
so I would allow that. Like a charge, straight up charge. Gain the charger feat.
The only weird bit you'll probably have to change for like the fight is maybe change out like the fact that you regain hit points.
Oh,
every time
interesting.
You fight someone. Yeah.
What kind of weapons would you use if you were a charger? Lance would be pretty fun.
Lance is, I mean, the most sensical weapon for that, right?
Yeah.
It makes the most sense because that is what it is designed for.
Yeah, like either like a lance or some sort of other type of spear. A barbed spear. There you go.
A barbed spear? Oh,
Yeah.
God.
It's a barbarian.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking like a rhino with a barbed spear or a barbed horn sounds like the shittiest thing in the world. It stabs you once and then that's it. You live on that rhino until you die from it.
I mean,
End Runner was really good, but also Trigger hurt me. Yeah, it was. That was a wicked day of depression. Very sad. I didn't really have any expectations for it when I went in to watch it, but it's definitely not what I expected. Not what I expected them to do with it. But then again, I guess Studio Trigger, maybe I should have expected it. Maybe I played myself.
expect the unexpected.
Studio Trigger likes to yank on your heartstrings.
I feel those feels.
I feel those feels.
What I didn't expect from Trigger was a full-blown tragedy.
Yeah, exactly.
I was hoping for some big epic turnaround, like just
About every other one of those shows. That's kind of what I was like, man, they really let you have it. But I'm very appreciative that like they were able to make a tragedy, if that makes sense. Like, so often you go into new shows and it's just like everything has to be happy at the end. It's like no, you can do lots of weird stuff and not like tragedies are interesting, but like they have to not be cheapened by the endings, and I think Trigger did a really good job of making it feel like the audience was taken care of, I guess, in the end. Cough, cough, Game of Thrones, get your shit together.
I mean, they won't, because part of the point of Game of Thrones is to spit in the face of that convention.
Is this the only? Is this the one you specifically told me I probably shouldn't watch? Yeah, that is the one I told you shouldn't watch. What is happening? Blowing up my phone. The cyberpunk universe is interesting. There's a few
All in California.
All in California.
Well, it kind of the game takes place
What, Night
like
City?
both the tabletop and the video game all take place in California.
Okay.
I don't know about the show.
Yeah, it takes place in Night City, which I assume is the same as the video game.
Probably.
But yeah, there's some cool stuff about it that I like. Some things that I think are strange, but it's an interesting universe.
You would argue that they did a non-cheapened tragedy well. I don't consider Game of Thrones a tragedy.
I consider it more of like a
Slaughter fest. I don't know. Maybe it is. Mostly real world places. Interesting.
Beast Barbarian idea. I think I've drawn a Beast Barbarian that was a beetle. I think I've done that. Wasn't my character, but someone suggested that, I think. I have no idea. It is a cool idea. I really like the wow, that cat is snoring so loud. The horned beetles, like, vibe is pretty great. Putting that into
According to
armor.
Burning, Night City is in California. So.
Yeah.
Burning would definitely know better than me.
I guess Game of Thrones would be a tragedy. Depends on how you look at main characters, right? Because, like, all their main characters die, but, like, all the characters just die. Like, that's what the whole book is. So I don't know.
Yeah. I think that it's kind of the... I've not read the books, but from people I've heard talk about it, they said, like, the books don't necessarily have, like, a main character.
Yeah. It's just...
And that's what's the difference between the show is, like, they turned a handful of characters into the main characters. And...
the way I've always heard it is, like, the throne is the main character, and you're just kind of seeing how what's happening around it, but... like,
how it's destroying the world.
Yeah. Because, like, there are a lot of good characters in the books that didn't get a lot of screen time, which is a bummer.
Lady Stoneheart.
Yep, Lady Stoneheart and Benjen Stark, I think, both got kind of the shaft. But no, there's a lot of Game of Thrones is an interesting type of storytelling because it is not character centric. Maybe it is. It's just it meanders, and you just kind of go along with it, and you see where it goes.
Yeah, I don't think it really fits in with any genre. I legit think. I mean, I was half joking before, but I legit think that it was written to subvert audience expectations, and it not really fitting into any genre is part of that.
I don't want to give George R. R. Martin that much credit, like he knew what he was doing, or he did it on purpose. Maybe that's my problem.
I'm willing to give him enough credit to say that was probably his intention.
See, I would say I want to do it the other way.
I don't think, because I mean, like, come on, you were an art teacher. You know, I'm sure you knew plenty of art students that like had an idea and their piece turned out like really not fully formed.
Yeah, but see, let me just put it this way. I would say that I think you're right. The book appears that way, that it is subversive compared to the normal narratives, but I don't think he did that on purpose. I think he initially intended for it to end the way the show ended. And he's like, I'm going to have this great twist. And then 5 books later, he's like, what the fuck am I doing? I think he got lost and really just...
He's lost his own plot.
Yeah, he lost his own plot. And he's like, because really, the Song of Fire and Ice, like the original book, could have... you could end the series with just going to the library. If people didn't not talk to each other, you could have just ended the series right there and that would have been the end of it. But then he started adding the dragons and the magic and the weird, like, 7 gods. And it's like, it just keeps building and building and it keeps building and building and then it keeps building and building. And it's like, you have to end some of these sometime. Like, when like none of these through plots end until he just kills somebody and then that shatters a thread, right?
Yeah.
So I think you're right that, like, people are now not expecting to have a regular story type, but I don't think that was his original intent. I feel like it's, I don't want to say laziness, but I feel like he just fell off the rails a long time ago and ran with it.
Yeah, yeah. I'll agree with that. And that is not something I think that he is alone in experiencing. The original author for The Wheel of Time definitely lost. He lost his own plot somewhere around book 3 and didn't find it again, even when he died writing book 13.
Bummer. No problem, Polo. We'll check it later. Thanks for hanging out. Also, old lore in Cyberpunk, there's an entire subculture of gangs and they like blowing up rich people's houses. I mean, I think that's kind of what punk stuff is, right?
Yeah.
We talked a little bit about that. So that makes sense. No one in the Cyberpunk universe ever does their taxes, except the corporate people. And even then.
They're cheating on it.
Well, yeah, because all large corporations cheat on their taxes.
Daniel, hello. I think I'm about done with this rhino. I want to make this, like, maybe a little more chunky, like he just chipped up and stuff.
Chunky.
I need to cool it on this or I'm gonna start losing the plot.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, it's starting to look like some of the art that people done from my high school of our, like, my mascot.
That's not where I thought you were gonna go with that, but sure.
Well, it was a wolf, so obviously they turned into a werewolf, essentially.
I really thought you were gonna go for, like, the furry kids drawing stuff in the art room.
Yeah, no, we didn't have them. At least public ones.
That's too bad. You missed out on a really interesting part of high school culture.
I mean, I guarantee there were some. It's just closeted.
Okay, I'm gonna call that there. Otherwise, I'll just keep drawing muscles.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna roll the dice.
Mood.
We had that, yeah.
Mood.
I'm gonna go to class, so I'm gonna have to blah blah blah. Depending on how long it takes, might be back later. Yeah.
It was me. I was that guy. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. Nothing
Not
wrong
judging.
with that at all. I drew so much anime. You have no idea. Like, man, I love drawing Goku. So much fun. All right. A female mousefolk bard that wears a cross-wrapped halter top, a cloak, playing the lute. I don't know what that is. I'll look it up. Cross-wrapped halter top. Is that the two straps that go across opposite shoulders? I'm taking it.
Yeah, it's.
Okay.
This.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mousefolk bard playing the lute.
You know, Corvus, if this is what students were drawing for your school mascot, then, you know, maybe it was the furries just hiding it as school spirit.
Yep.
Most likely. It was also like former art teachers / gym teacher. They were the same person at one point. Doing a lot of sketches as well.
TRM wandered through his books. Yeah, you just wandered through his books. Like, you had the ideas, but no idea how to implant them in cohesive ways. That sounds pretty correct. I was talking to someone who was reading the little short stories for the new series, House of the Dragon, and they said that the story itself is laid out in a way that it's 3 different recounts of what happened in this. Like, so there's this king lived and died, and then what happened after he died, and it's told in 3 different ways. And I feel like that's George R.R. Martin's style. It's just like, here's a bunch of history documents, and you guys can figure out whatever the fuck you want from it. Like, and I think that's smart. I think that's his unique style.
Short story author masquerading as a novelist.
Exactly, yeah. Because like a lot of that's something I liked about reading the Lord of the Rings. Oh my gosh, the Game of Thrones books was that they do just basically take place in like all these little chunks, and every now and again it would be like, man, I really wish I could just grab all the Jon Snow stuff and just read it back to back. And it works really well for TV, but I really do like the episodes when they follow like one storyline for the whole show, and so I do think that would make a difference. He could have written the books that way, and it would have made way more sense. It's just like, here's things that happened in this thing, but you know, they eventually all come together. Partially, some of them do. Some of them just, you know, fiddle off, and that's why it feels weird, and they didn't get written into the show. How you guys been doing? Mr. Sai, hello, welcome. Also, the fact that he takes like a decade between books doesn't help. Yeah, but I know that feeling. I can't complain about that.
Yeah. How many decades have you been working on your novel, and how far have you gotten?
Yep.
Because chances are you're probably writing one.
I started one a long time ago, and then decided that I did not like doing that. Essentially, I have a very elaborate plot for a Starfighter game someday.
Yeah, I've started a couple. And I like writing a lot, actually, so that's not my problem. My problem is that I don't think in full stories, I think in scenes. So I know that I don't have the material to connect all of my scenes together. And that's because I've trained my brain to work like an illustrator, not like an author, not like a novelist. So I could probably spend time and you know, figure that out, but I'd rather be spending time figuring out how I want to be doing my visual art. So
I don't know if I've drawn a mouse folk in a long time. I don't know if I've ever drawn a mouse folk. I've drawn rat folk.
I get what you're saying about liking the episodes that follow one storyline, though, but the last episode didn't have any of the characters I liked in it. That's fair, yeah. Started a couple weeks ago, I hit like 30,000 words recently. See myself out. My biggest thing is I get massively writer's block and ADHD doesn't help with motivations. Yep. Writing a novel. NaNoWriMo? I don't know what that means. It's just around the corner here. But yeah, I don't know what NaNoWriMo is.
me neither.
NaNoWriMo. That's supposed to be Nanamo? I don't know. National Novel Writing Month. An average guy living in the city gets a powerful item stuck in his back, resulting in crossing paths with mysterious punk figures. Nice. Yep. Same story, 2 different movies. Nice.
Prepare the monomyth. I was gonna say the cyberpunk thing is pretty adult and like hyper violent, and then I realized that it's based off the game that is also hyper violent. Yeah, so it's like, yeah, maybe I don't need
very adult.
Maybe I don't need to put a disclaimer out there. But comparing it to the Lego Movie, yeah, those are very, very different things that happen. Rats have thinner tails than rats, I think.
Nice.
Little fuzzy tails.
Yeah. Pretty thin, wispy tails.
I've been very busy at the office, so unfortunately not as present. But you shall pass.
How's the autumn, the auto mail season treating everybody? It might have been directed at Mr. Sai.
Yeah, autumnal season.
Autumn always kicks my ass. My body does not like the shift to the cold weather.
How many strings are lutes supposed to have?
Like 12.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so lutes are strung in courses. So a course is 2 strings tuned to the same key.
Ah.
Hence why you have 12.
Okay.
It's like a mandolin, if you're familiar how they are tuned.
Unarmed fighting should be a proof just like martial or simple weapons? Hot take.
Proficiency.
Oh, it should be a proficiency just like martial. I mean, isn't it? Monks being the only one with viability of being a brawler makes no sense.
Yeah, no, you can take a proficiency for.
Yeah, there's a fighting style for fighters, barbarians, and paladins. Well, maybe not paladins, but definitely fighters and barbarians now.
Yeah, I guess in Pathfinder, maybe that's why I'm thinking of that.
Yeah, first edition, it was just feats to take for specialization, right?
Yeah. And then if you were a monk or like a brawler, you got those feats for free.
Yes.
Which I like that system a lot better because 5e really does confuse things with trying to like, oh, this is a unique thing this class gets. It's like, or you could just make it a feat and then anybody could take it eventually, or without it having to be a whole thing. I feel like they've locked a lot of things behind classes when really they should have just expanded their feat system.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't like 5e's feat system. I think it's really restrictive. That being said, all of the feats are very powerful, so I think that they're worth it, but they're also not super. There aren't a lot of them, and they're not really varied, so you can't really use feats to build something really unique.
Yeah.
which is what I really liked about Pathfinder. What I still really like about Pathfinder.
Mm-hmm.
It is very, very easy to play the same class over and over again, never ever play the same build. This hand is bothering me, but I'm getting tired of drawing this werebeast.
It's supposed to be like a calico mouse. I don't know how to draw that. I don't know what makes it calico. Calico. I feel like it's just muddled color.
It's splotches of 3 different fur colors.
Yeah, so I don't think I can necessarily draw that without just doing a ton of shading. So I'm gonna try some stuff. We'll go from there. I feel like it's just making it messy.
Oh, well, a barbarian can take the fighting initiate and take the fighting style.
Okay. But do you see how weird of a step that is instead of just taking a fighting style?
Barbarians don't get any fighting styles, apparently. I thought they did, but apparently they don't. They just have their class features. Only fighters, paladins, and rangers have fighting styles as a class feature.
D&D TV has been more build at this rate.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. So 5th edition is streamlined D&D. I think is the best way to think about it moving forward. No, I think mice have 4 toes or 5.
5 on the front, 4 on the back, I believe.
They had 5 toes on their feet.
Okay.
I just googled it, so. I was like, was he googling mouse feet?
I'm sure the algorithm has seen, like we all laugh about the weird shit that we look up and is in our Google search history. I'm sure it's for anybody who looks through all that stuff. There is weirder stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wrong. 4 front, 5 back. Oh, they only have 4 on the front?
A little pause. A little pause in their feet.
I knew it was one of those two, and I knew that you would know because you taught me this jump rope specifically the last time that I had to draw a mouse folk.
big old feet. So, do they have a thumb on the front? Or is it not a real thumb? Because I see a little nubbin on the foot. How do I stop eating myself? Was a trending Google search. Alright.
I'm telling you, a lot of that shit that's trending, people think trending means that it's like good information, but like the Tide Pod thing was very much one person going, Tide Pod, her, and then everyone going, is this real? And that like, look how popular Tide Pods are right now. It's like, that's not what that means.
Yeah, it's like, I'll go on Twitter and see something related to stuff I'm not allowed to talk about officially. And it's like, and I click it, and it's like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
The little dew claw on the front are so small. Gotcha. Okay.
Little dude claws.
I think I'm gonna stop this here. She got a loot, she got a fanny. It's good to go.
More dice.
Anybody listening from Britain just did a double take.
Yep.
I can say fanny.
We're American. It means tookus. It
Yep.
means
Yep.
booty.
It's booty. A young halfling druid with short curly hair, freckles, and a pet raven. Alright.
Halfling druid with a raven.
And curly hair.
Curly hair.
Which I feel is like a given considering they're halflings. That just seems like a trait that everyone gives their halflings is curly hair.
Well, I mean that's what Tolkien
Yeah.
gave them that, like generally described them as, right?
Say that now, but I'm now remembering, I think in 3.5 or 3rd edition, I think some deliberately gave them straight hair to like go against that, but they made them look weird.
Well, you have to remember that they almost got sued real hard, so.
Yeah, but that was like 10 years after.
Yeah. That's a good 10 years after getting sued is a great time to not get sued again. Hey, remember last time we did this thing and we got in trouble? Let's just lean really hard the other way.
I don't think so. I look at the Discord pic and they're really big front thumbs. Yeah, that's why I was very confused about the picture you posted. Now I don't know what to think. Evil encounter design. The party is kind of broke. Okay. ATM. Oh wait, is kind of broke at the moment. Not like broken ATM. Got it. We'll find a refugee family who has a fancy magic item they found and are trying to get to the city to sell it and restart their lives. Why is that an evil campaign?
Because they could kill them and take it? Because, like, I mean, that sounds like a good job for a broke party. You think the item is cursed? Is that what you're saying, Corvus?
Yeah, totally. They can't get rid of it. It's like a monkey paw. It just keeps coming back to them. It's like, did we just get rid of you?
So is the idea that, like, what makes it an evil campaign? That you're willingly helping the selling of a cursed item? Or that you're going to steal this magical item? Tell me on this idea.
Oh, okay. A refugee family has it. The adventurers are not the refugees.
Yeah. So sorry,
either
you're getting
greed versus being nice.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you being broke and asking a refugee family to pay you for a job is not evil. If they're just asking you to help them and you turn them down, I don't think that's an evil act. I think that's, I mean, it's not altruistic, but it's not evil. Doing a good campaign doesn't mean you have to do everything for free. Yeah. They might steal it. If they do steal it, yeah, that becomes an evil act, right? Like, that's fine. But that's also just makes them bandits. So
Evil.
that's just an evil campaign, right? I think the dilemma is helping my family versus taking the items for their own gain. I mean, if they do that, though, I mean, would they do that? Because if so, you're already on an evil campaign and you're fine. If you as the DM can be like, oh, they're definitely gonna steal this, then yeah, you're good to go. Evil campaign, rock and roll. I know people have just been upset about the hobbits, the Harfoots in the Lord of the Rings. I love them. I love their design.
Why are people upset about them?
Because they're not hobbits. that's
yeah,
it.
they're pre-hobbits, aren't
Yep.
they?
Yep.
Like, isn't that the whole point? What
They're proto
I don't
hobbits.
understand.
Yeah. No, that's it. That's
Okay,
the whole thing.
So people are just mad because
They can be. Yep.
okay.
They don't have to like it. I really like it. That's all I was getting at.
Yeah, I should have expected as much. I mean,
That's not the thing that I like. That's something that is like the thing I like, but different, and that makes me mad.
No one's making you watch it.
Yeah. No, that's why I don't want to make this a thing. I'm saying, like, people are upset about it, but I really like it. I really like the proto
Perfect.
hobbits, like getting to see what hobbits looked like before they settled down. Like, I love the design of their hair, and like they always have the camouflage stuff in it so they can just disappear. It's great. I love it. Super happy.
Sounds awesome to me.
Yeah. Sounds like a good jumping off point for when the direction a campaign can go. It's definitely like a turning point, but I think I would be careful unless you specifically want to do an evil campaign, because you are essentially either banking on them taking it or railroading them into taking it, and both of those things could have, unforeseen consequences with the party just being like, well, I don't want to do this, or, well, I don't think my character would do this. So you really have to be careful before you make those kind of assumptions. But having a temptation of something, that's fine. Like, if you take this, you're going to get in trouble. It's like, but yeah, I think that could be a good turning point for an evil campaign.
That reminds me of this wishing skull from campaign 1 of Critical Role. It's just there, like, come on, you want to wish on me. Like, do we? I know Grog does.
but Grog has no impulse control or concept
Exactly.
of good and evil. So
I was like, oh, Grog.
I gave Lars an evil demon compact. Like, because his character was I thought he would jump all over it. Just like, sign this contract and I will give you literally anything you want. And he closed the box and put it under a bed. And I was like, what are you doing? Just sign the paper. And he was just like, nope, not gonna do it. And I was like, God damn.
Not today.
How did I screw this up so bad? Then, of course, Kevin the Necromancer steals it. And I was like, well, whatever, alright.
as long as it gets used.
Yeah.
More power for me, haha.
Yeah, Kevin is great at consolidating power. Like, that's kind of his necrotic way.
That is a sentence that when I hear it about somebody, it usually horrifies me, but in the context of D&D, it makes me unreasonably happy.
Do you expect anything different from the guy named Kevin, the necromancer?
No,
what are
I
your
like
hobbies? Consolidating power.
It totally makes sense.
Grave robbing. Alright, how do I draw a druid? That's the question.
Just make sure that they have mistletoe on them somewhere.
Sure.
I mean, just think Radagast.
Bird shit. All over the beard.
Yep.
You
Bird's nest in the
have
hair.
bird poop. Why didn't anybody tell me?
Sound like a bad lip reading of Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit.
Yeah. Mm. Okay. I'm done with this finally. No, I gotta at least put color in the eyes.
I want very subtle leather armor. That's what I want from this. I don't know how to do that. Almost like a leather jacket, maybe? At first, no, I'm not going to talk about Lord of the Rings. It's against the rules. I'm going to stop.
Big old squat bird.
What should we do for lunch today?
12 o'clock. Don't buy costumes for your series off Wish, please. It looks bad. Don't buy costumes for your series off Wish.
Who did that?
I believe they are referring to Rings of Power.
Didn't catch that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, see, that's nice. I like that. I might do that. I'm gonna cross. Put a cross in there and then. This is just a bad time, yeah. Who was it? I was watching something earlier about something they were talking about. Some of the it wasn't Wish specifically, it was a different one. About their like sweatshop essentially practices. It's just like, man. People getting the raw end of the deal. Disposable clothes, not cool.
Fast fashion is all around just bad.
Yeah. I have a really hard time buying shirts. Like I wear my shirts until they fall apart. It's like I need new ones, and it's like, where do I buy shirts? I don't want to just buy anything. Those are my shirts now are like Carhartts, because I love them. I tried to buy a bunch of Carhartt shirts so I could turn them into rugby shirts, and I called the manufacturers. And I'm like, hey, I need to order like 20 shirts so I could embroider and paint them. And they're like, yeah, we can't legally sell you those. And I was like, excuse me? And they're like, you need a manufacturing license to do that. And I was like, or some license to resell from the warehouse. And I was like, damn it. So, who knows? Just joking about Rings of Power and costume choices. They had some weird costume choices, but I liked them all. One actor gets like $500 outfit and the rest get $5 outfits. Interesting. Burning, welcome back. I don't know why I made this raven so fat, but I did, and I'm okay with it.
I mean, ravens are pretty big birds compared to crows, so...
Compared to halflings, like, this is gonna be a big boy.
Yeah. It adds scale to the character.
Mm-hmm.
How are we doing on time?
I'm gonna go probably for another 2 hours, I would guess.
Oh damn! Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I'm trying to make these. I started a little early, but I don't know if I want to do a Friday stream this week. So I'm gonna try to go a little late today. Try to get some of these done, and we'll go from there.
Well, I don't know how many of that level of detail I've got in me, so apologies for everybody who comes after that. You're probably not going to get as complete of a render.
Yeah. That's okay. Don't expect you to do that.
Yeah, I know. It's my toxic perfectionist brain that expects me to do that, and I've been trying really hard to train it out of influencing me like that, but I'm failing pretty hard. Anyway, I rolled a 16 for my next one.
I'm just gonna read this sentence straight out. I'm going stupid. I'm going a stupid old were-tiger monk meditating. So, and I read it wrong, but it's funny. I'm going, pause. A stupid old were-tiger monk meditating. The raven's very cute. Good. Yeah, hello. I like that one. Yeah, 2 were-tigers in one day. Super strange.
Cool. I kind of
sometimes
want to...
very detailed, other times what are hands. Yep. You know, sometimes the hands aren't important.
Yeah, totally. Sometimes the hands are not worth putting effort into. Sometimes they are. Sometimes you just pull a cartoon trick and just give them big ol' oven mitts.
Yep.
It is noon o'clock, so I do kind of want to go grab a snack or something.
Noon o'clock.
Noon o'clock.
Hello, Burning.
Hey, Bernie.
Welcome in.
You gonna come draw with us, or just here to hang out?
I was thinking about drawing, yeah.
Cool. I will try to not take up so much space.
You should have warned me about Cyberpunk. It was really good, but it was also very, very sad.
I don't remember if I had finished the series when I told you about it.
That's fair. It started off real different. Which that feels very Studio Trigger, right? Like there's a pivoting point in the series, and then it's just like, oh shit. Everything kind of goes. I don't want to say goes to pop, but like everything just there is a shift for sure.
Things get real.
Yeah. Very Gurren Lagann style, which I appreciate. I think this is about all I want to do for this character. Add the other foot. Of course, I tried to play Overwatch with another one of my friends, and we got just destroyed. Like,
was it also a?
No, it was just normal people. Normal people are. I don't think you were playing AI. I think you thought you were, but I don't think you were.
Oh.
I think you were. I think you were doing quick match, which just made you play AI until it found a party and then throws you into a game.
Mm.
And so yeah, we got wrecked.
Yeah, I was like, oh god, this is rough.
Yeah. There's people that are no jokes.
Better.
As long as you don't pull a Rob Liefeld, I don't know who that is. Habit of drawing tiny and misshapen feet. If he draws them at all. Is that that's the superhero comic guy, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So you got Superman, and then it's just like, weep.
Messed up feet.
Yeah, they're real small.
Me and my friends, when I started getting into Dragon Age for the first time in college, I was playing through second Dragon Age 2. And Dragon Age 2 consistently has creepy, withered hands. All the characters have weird, withered hands. And it's like, why? It became a joke. Every time we would see it, I was like, ugh, granny hands.
It's like Bethesda games. It's like, why does everybody look so bad? The developers were lazy.
Yeah.
Lazy. Captain America with a 4-foot thick chest. Yeah, I love that cover art, because it's so bad. It's a great example of dual perspective, where they started drawing something one way, but then they changed their idea and drew it in a different perspective, but left the first stuff. So you have Captain America's chest drawn like this, because it's gonna be from the front, but then they were like, what if instead from the side, so we can show off his big arm muscle? And it's just like, what about the chest? That's still there. You need to redraw this. And they're like, nah, we're not gonna redraw it. Yep.
We don't have time to pay for that.
We're not.
Just leave it.
All right, I think I'm done with the druid. We're gonna move on.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, it's real bad. It's honestly, you don't notice it unless you like really look at it. But it's bad. They were using. I think what they were doing is they were using Arnold Schwarzenegger's Conan picture as a reference, because he's very forcefully pushing out his chest. But then they changed the pose, because he was pushing his arm forward in a specific pose. They changed the pose but kept the reference, and it's not good. Not good.
Also like
Nothing makes
his
sense.
Arm. I also like that his arm has to be super short, given the position of the shield.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's nothing. Like, it's a mess. It's a hot mess. All right, rolling some dice here. Goblin Aberration. Nice. Goblin aberration, huh?
Goblin Verguli.
Goblin for go. Oh, hell yeah, we're doing that. All right.
They did not specify. I'm fairly sure Vergulis are aberrations.
Does a goblin Verguli lose teeth?
I don't know.
Sure. Do Vergulis lose their teeth?
Well, they get fangs. You get fangs.
I feel like they would like be like sharks, where they have like double rows of teeth.
I feel like the Verguli's teeth would try to come in, but wouldn't quite be able to, and so they would just like mess up the goblin teeth even more trying to come in.
Oh, they're fiends. Close enough.
I also like the idea that that when the head, like normally what happens with the Verguli is you slowly start turning, you get the long ears, the tentacles, and the spikes, the teeth, and then your head pops off and flies away. Yeah, goblin aberration equals rugby. I kind of like the idea that the head doesn't pop off. It's just like the ears start flapping, the goblin's like, this is fine. Starts floating around.
This is fine. Oh, apparently they're in 5th edition too.
About that tentacle beard, yo. Forgot about the tongue. Bernie, are you drawing a cat showing us its butt?
I'm drawing what was by my feet. Right before it attacked me and then ran off.
Okay.
So in other words, yes.
Yes, but it's a still life.
And I need the right angle for this tiger's head.
Okay, what am I rolling?
D16, so I don't know, D20 minus 4. Three. Thrycreen unarmored dex-based fighter who carries 4 kodachis, the short katanas, 2-hand crossbows, a shield, so ready to fight. And it sounds like a Thrycreen master at arms. Is what I would call that. Thrycreen unarmored dex fighter. So he's got 4 katanas and hand crossbows and shields? Oh boy.
Yeah, I think they added more.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I
Not
don't
sure.
think like the right brain have that many arms.
Maybe they're just. I think that maybe they're just
says ready to fight in any possible situation, such as like loaded to the gills with weapons. Thri-kreen, unarmored dex fighter.
Loaded to the gills.
Loaded to the gills. Is that not a term anyone else uses? Is that just me?
I know.
Armed to the gills is what I usually
Armed
hear.
to the gills? Okay.
I mostly know and use armed to the teeth.
Why
I've heard tanked to the gills.
Huh. I'll have to do some introspection and figure that out. Why that's in my head. They had people with printed patterned t-shirts. Oh, interesting.
I don't know if this says more about me or Google, but among the first page of results for Thri-kreen, 2 of them have boobs.
Nice. Creepy. Goblin. Wait, I thought Hydra was a draconic, not a monstrosity. In other media, it says draconic. Yeah, no, Hydras are. I guess Hydras are dragons.
Let's see. D&D Beyond.
Yeah, Hydras are. So here's my frame of reference. Magic the Gathering has drakes, dragons, and hydras. Hydras usually have monstrosity effects because they are supposed to be like amalgamations, and like collections of things. So if anything, it's like hydras can be a dragon with crazy regenerative abilities, which would make it a specific type of dragon. That's as close as I would get, but I usually have hydras be something different
than the traditional dragon. Like, I wouldn't give him a breath weapon unless you want to do something wholly unique with them. Each head having a different breath weapon. At that point, it's just a beholder dragon, which is kind of cool.
Which I'm pretty sure is one.
Yeah.
But yeah, according to D&D, a Hydra is a monstrosity. What does Pathfinder say?
You can have a monstrous dragon.
Oh, they're just beasts in 2nd
Okay.
edition. So a druid could shapeshift into one.
Ooh.
Cool. Don't tell Goldtooth. I'm just kidding.
Today we break the internet.
Hell Hydra.
Hydra. Ugh.
Hail Hydrate.
Yeah, looks like Pathfinder just has had them to be like magical beasts, not
That makes sense.
monstrosities. So
Interesting. Monstrous beasts and where to find them. I also like the idea that a goblin that gets plagued with the Verguli curse just doesn't do anything. Just like they just
Yeah.
adapt to it. They're like, well, that's
Yeah.
who I am now. Now I'm a vampire goblin.
Worship me, brothers, for now I can fly.
Yeah.
I am the new leader.
I'd have to put that into a game.
I have been blessed by greater powers. Damn, I could write such a good monologue for this.
Bend out, pinky out. Here we go. Do 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 do.
Or just Tiamat. I guess Tiamat's a Hydra, isn't she? Do we have a dragon? Currently getting my tires replaced, and the only commercials between the show and TV have been drug ads and legal ads. That sounds about right. How many curses can you put on a goblin besides being a werewolf or a vampire?
I mean, at the same time? Or just in general? Because, like, all of them. The thing about goblins is, like, if you do something to them, like light them on fire or curse them, there's two outcomes. One, it makes them more powerful, or two, they explode. Like, that's how goblins work. Each goblin has a different capacity for magical augmentation. And a big chunk of that is just being dirty. I live in a mud pit. And it's giving me superpowers.
And dirty things can be beautiful. Like you.
What? This goblin's essentially doing the splits.
I've decided that a stupid tabaxi monk who's meditating is actually napping.
Fair enough. See nothing wrong with this.
I mean, who's gonna argue with the tiger who can punch your face in?
Nobody, especially when he's super cute and is going blip. Napping with his tongue sticking out.
Stick your tongue out, a bird's gonna poop on it.
Goblins, the only path for change are death and or glory.
Yeah, exactly.
No glory paladin goblin.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Oath of Glory is not my favorite paladin because they have a really bad channel divinity aura.
To do.
So it's a aura that only extends for 5 feet for a Mew and gives whoever's in 5 feet of you like an extra speed boost. So you basically gotta be like three-legged racing across the field.
Yeah, that is really weird.
And then it only gets boosted up to like 10 feet later, unlike the other auras that get boosted up to 30 feet.
Well, I could see that being a problem, because if it's 30 feet, then you can basically give the whole party infinite speed boost.
Yeah. I was like, 15 feet or 20 feet to me seems fine. But it's just 10 feet onto it.
Because essentially, it's just, especially with having the move speed boost, you can get to all the party members every round.
Yeah.
And then you just have to, as a group, move. Still weird.
Yeah.
Weird
It was
boost.
definitely a lot cooler in the Unearthed Arcana, like always.
Oh, that was way cooler when it was OP and broken before they patched it. That's the problem with Overwatch right now. everybody's playing with stupid laser beam healer DPS tanks, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, Moira.
Yep.
Also, I looked up that one guy who's like floating around. Apparently, he is a tank.
Yeah.
Septimus.
Yep.
And it's like he's a crazy Dutch scientist.
All I care about is that he's a tank that can one-shot a DPS. It's from range, and it's like, maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe don't do that.
So one of his moves, where he like
He has to charge it
crumbles
up.
a bunch of rocks and chucks them at you.
Mhm.
I cut it in half.
Oh, you can actually attack it?
Yeah,
Okay, that's cool.
because Junker Queen has an axe ability, and so I swung it out and cut it to 2.
See, that makes a difference. That makes a lot more sense that I didn't know about that. If it's a projectile that can be deflected,
Yeah.
it's pretty awesome. But oh man, that did so much damage.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just Mercy. I was floating around and just. I was like, okay, who just hit me with a rock? Who just clobbered me?
Yep.
My worry for Overwatch moving forward is they're going to, because it seems to me like they're basically banking on continued monetization of new heroes that you have to essentially pay for.
Oh. Well, I was hoping there would be radical changes to the game that would make the game more fun and playable, and I did not see that when I played it. So.
Yeah.
My worry is they're going to keep introducing more and more powerful and do all heroes.
Yeah.
And just get rid of roles. Just don't have a tank or support where it just play a hero.
I mean,
Oh,
that's
no, they
essentially
will.
that's essentially what quick match is right now. Like, if you're not doing unranked or ranked, you're just doing quick match. It's anything goes, and it's a shit show.
Yeah. Which I finally was able to unlock the role game,
Yeah,
where you pick a role and
makes a big difference. Okay, I think I'm about done with this guy. I'm gonna take a quick 5-10 minute break. Go get a drink. Go get some food. And I will be back. And we will keep rolling the dice. We'll see what's up.
My tiger has become otter.
Otter cat.
Otter cat. Oh, damn. That Verguli goblin is sick. Also, it's kind of a method.
It's kind of a what? A method? Yeah, I guess so, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, everybody, hang tight. I'll be right back. I'm gonna run an ad, so feel free to, just let that happen. I don't know. But I'm gonna do that. I'll be right back. Hang tight. See you in a few minutes.
Okay, we're back. Ad break riot. I need to make that money, yo. The cats are fed. I'm eating. It's gonna be good. Where? Okay. Hope everybody's day is going well. Any fun, interesting news we should talk about while we're on lunch break? Apparently my bitrate is taking a poop. Whatever that means.
Apparently, a lot of people are liking Chainsaw Man.
And everybody's really upset that the new Mario trailer, Mario is not caked out of his mind like usual.
I did see that.
Let's see.
What is Chainsaw Man?
It's an anime.
Oh.
It's by... Might be MOPA? Studio MOPA? Let's see.
No idea what that is. A warlock dwarf of the Great Old One pact that has splinted personality? I think it's supposed to be
Split personality?
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be a split personality. One serious and one crazy. That's gonna be really hard to draw. So
Yeah, it sounds like somebody's trying to get two characters drawn.
yeah, this keeps going too.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I was just teasing.
I like that. I'm gonna draw a warlock dwarf, but that one had a lot of detail that was not applicable. People just warlock dwarf, pact of the old one. Happening to our music, right? I apparently have gone into the battle music. And now I have the hiccups, which that's no good.
That's the trailer if you want to watch it later.
Did you say you posted something about the trailer? What?
Yeah, for Chainsaw Man and the... Oh, dang. Posted in the wrong spot.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't see anything.
Delete. Delete. Sorry. There you go.
That's a lot of blood.
Yeah.
She sawing that guy's head in half? I'll have to watch that later. Is he a chainsaw or a man?
Yes. Technically, he's what, a teenager possessed by a chainsaw demon?
Okay.
Yes, essentially.
Or
And
maybe
other demons.
yeah.
All right.
Demon or maybe yokai.
I mean, that gets into a weird mix of like where you're crossing Japanese mythology with more Christian mythology.
Yeah, yeah. But it makes more sense to me that it would be a yokai because yokai can basically form out of old abandoned objects, and Christian lore is not flexible enough to allow for a demon of modern technology.
Yeah, so basically, if you see this chainsaw dog anywhere on the internet, it's Chainsaw Man
All right.
related. So,
Good to know. I've made this gentleman very grumpy. That was
I
not
mean,
my intent.
You kind of said you were going to do that.
Did I?
Well, you at least joked about making everybody you drew today super grumpy.
Oh, that's right.
and like we said, it is a dwarf, so
Yeah. It fits.
I've forgotten how dwarves look. What was I drawing? Warlock. Back warlock.
did they say what type of patron?
Old one, I think.
Yeah. Great old one.
The least hands-on of patrons.
Yeah,
What
I
about
don't
an
care that you
okay-
exist.
Essentially, yes.
What did you say, Burning? I missed that.
I said, what about an okay old one?
I don't think any of the old okay ones survived.
they just became the normal gods.
So there's some survivorship bias based on old ones.
Yeah, totally.
You only survive if you are great and or asleep.
Snoozing away.
Give him real crazy eyebrows. Okay, warlock. Warlock. You can do this.
When I think of dwarf warlock, I think of this character.
The guy with the glasses?
Yeah,
What is this character from?
it is a recurring character from Eberron. I think it's one of Keith Baker's characters.
Gooby says he has a chainsaw devil's heart.
Yep.
I'm good with this. I'm gonna be right back and grab some water.
Okay. I got the hiccups because I ate that turkey wrap too fast. I let the cats in and I fed Pixel, and he was just like eating all his food. And then as soon as I opened the bag of turkey, he just stopped what he was doing, ran into the kitchen, and was like, "Mike, give that to me. Just give it." I was like, "Okay."
Jeez.
You have a problem, cat.
I will fight you. Yeah.
What are you doing, cat?
Oh, he's digging in the poo box. Why is this clean? Every couple of days I fill it up and I clean it. And every time he gets so upset that he just throw the sand everywhere.
Who stole my shit?
Where'd it go?
What is happening? Who would do this?
I don't know why, but that caught me off guard. Hilarious. Also, I love how the two tigers that have been drawn today are two very different tigers.
Oh, they're polar opposites.
I can't remember what mine looked like. Hold on.
Very beef.
Yeah. I gave a whole spiel about why tigers had to be beef, and Drew's just like, nah, fuck that.
He's a monk.
And a stupid monk.
He doesn't have to be. Yeah, he's a lazy monk. Did I give him cheetah proportions accidentally? Absolutely.
He's the Caduceus Clay of tigers.
Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it. This guy is a monk. A drunken monk, except instead of booze, he uses the catnip.
Oh no. Ooh,
So he is super horny and blitzed out of his mind all the time.
Yeah, burning Drew the Thrycreen. I like the Thrycreen. I think they're good. A good class. Good race.
Right. Accidentally closed Aggie.
Oh no.
Come back.
Baby, come back.
I have so many more tiger stripes to draw. And then blitz on an underlayer of orange. And I'll be done. In only an hour, maybe.
Oh boy.
Which is roughly half the time the last one took me.
I think the last one you did for almost 3 hours. Well, we started at 10 and it's 1 o'clock now, so it was 2 hours. You're right. Right.
I'd be satisfied if the werewolf looks like it could have taken me 3 hours.
It looks great.
It's good. It is good. I like it. I like it a lot, and I'm not gonna let the voice in my head tell me it's not good enough.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell that voice in your head.
It's just trying.
Oh, it's getting cold.
It's just me trying to make myself better and crippling myself in the process. That's all.
I was gonna tease you, and then I realized that's not a good time to tease people. My crippling self-doubt is destroying me. That sounds like a you problem. Yes, yes it is.
Yes, it is. Whatever. I am only talking about it because I want to normalize it. Tell that voice that you know what? Like, I hear you. This is not okay.
Yeah. I'm always worried to overcompensate that. Like when people are like, I hate my stuff. It's like part of me wants to be like, no, it's good, but part of me also doesn't want to feed into that loop of, oh, when I talk about how shitty my stuff is, I can get compliments.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm sorry you feel that way, please. I hope you can work through that. But also I like your stuff. It is what it is. I never know.
If I take 5 minutes to stop and look at it, I also really like my stuff.
There you go. That's good. That's a good step.
You know the best thing about tattoos and stripes and other cool body art? Gives you such a good opportunity to like wrap the forms.
Yeah.
So you can describe things so much better, and you get such better three-dimensional shit going on. I love it.
Trick for contour lines to be a trick to add more contour lines into a sketch.
How many are left?
14.
Okay.
That's pretty good. We've gotten
9 done, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that.
About a third?
Yeah. More than normal.
Yeah.
More than normal for sure.
10.
10.
Oh, there's another long one. Hold on, I gotta zoom out. A green dragonborn, way of the astral self monk, that has Hydra blood.
Okay.
After being attacked by a bear, had multiple astral Hydra heads appear and attack the bear. That's cool.
That is very cool. I do not know how I would GM that character, but it is very cool.
I think you could just roll with the astral monk the way it works.
Right, like each astral limb is just a head instead of a fist.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
The
I
bites are
haven't
just
looked at
weak.
the Astral Monk, so
Essentially, your flurry of blows can be ranged. Is really all it does. Yeah.
On paper, it sounds way stronger than it is.
Exactly. Yeah. You have
Fair
astral fists that allow you to do a D4 of damage from 10 feet away. It's like, oh, okay.
Or it's like, oh, it's like regular monk, but you can get up to like 2 extra attacks.
Which in my mind is just regular monk.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I like it. I think it's interesting. It is one of those things that sounds way cooler on paper. I tried to do that to make my ninja. So I was like, oh, I can just instead of throwing shurikens, I'll just use the astral monk projection knives. And I was like, I should have just made a ninja. Like this is bad.
It's like Yeah, I was like, Astral Monk as a ninja?
I like the idea of throwing astral shurikens. Like, that sounded really cool. Mind daggers.
Only 10 feet away, though.
Yeah, exactly. But, like, I mean, shurikens don't have... I think they have 20 or 30 foot range, so it's not super different.
I mean, I imagine it's the range of a thrown dagger.
Which is 10 feet, I think. Throwing daggers aren't supposed to... I will look that up, because I think people
I was going to
try
say, you might want to look this up. You might be wrong.
In Pathfinder First Edition, most thrown things have a range increment of 10 feet.
Range
But
40,
range works
120.
different.
Holy crap. Oh, that's a small throwing knife. And that's a homebrew. Hold on. Throwing knives, 5e. Here we go. 3090. Wow.
Yeah, because the normal dagger has the thrown property.
Pathfinder throwing knife is 20 feet.
20? Is it? Oh, I thought.
Oh, that's
I thought it was
2e,
10.
at least.
Yeah.
Daggers in 5e are 2060. Yeah. How does that...
So the closest they can throw is 20, and the farthest they can throw is 60.
No, so 20 is your range increment, and then for every 20 feet after that, you get negatives, and then at 60, that's the maximum range it can be thrown. So really, if you're throwing a dagger at 60 feet, you should be taking... Actually, how does that work? It's just disadvantage, I think, right? I don't think it's stacking like it is in Pathfinder.
Yeah.
IRL
First edition
throwing dagger.
Pathfinder is 10 feet.
I think it is 10 feet. Yeah, and then you just get a -2 per 10 feet you add on top of that
Correct.
to its maximum range, which is usually pretty far. But
Yeah.
IRL throwing daggers range is like 50 meters or something, 40 to 50 yards, not meters. I could throw, I think I could only throw like 20 with any accuracy. But I never spent a lot of time. Rook just out here treating his characters like they all get back from the gym. Yeah, I mean, if you're not buff, you get eaten. That's how it works. That works in D&D. 20 foot is your longest range, up to 60 at disadvantage. Beyond 60 is there. And that was always my problem with 5e's disadvantage system. Is like the difference between 20 feet and 60 feet is the same. 21 feet and 60 feet is the same disadvantage. It's just like, that's a huge range. It's a huge range.
Yeah. This is not going to surprise anybody. I do like Pathfinder system better. It makes more sense to me. And yes, it's a little bit more math, but I don't mind that.
It does make a lot more sense.
Gustav Warlocko, that's this guy's name.
Gustav Warlocko. That's a good name for a warlock. His parents must have known exactly what was going to happen to him. Either that or he changed his name after he made a pact.
Dr. Otto Octavius. Mike Spooderman.
Alright. Back in older editions, you could go like -10 to hit at points, which is way worse than the mathematical number 5 of disadvantage. Yeah, but I think that's the thing that bothers me about it, though, is like going from here to here, of this being like, here's your 60-foot range. That's the farthest you can ever throw. Beyond that is nothing, right? Instead of it being like really good chance and then it like kind of nosedives until it goes to infinity, not able to hit. It's just like it goes difficult, slightly more difficult, completely impossible. Like I don't like that curve. I like that it kind of tapers off. Because yeah, like going from getting a -10 on a throw is, I like that. It's just like, this should be damn near impossible for you to do, but there's a chance. And I'm okay with just like infinite scaling. I think that's fine too. Back in older edition, you did it.
Yeah. That's my problem with the disadvantage system, is that it is not nuanced enough for it's not nuanced at all, I guess is a better way to say it. And so it always feels there's situations where it just doesn't feel right.
Personally, my preference would be advantage and disadvantage should still be a thing, which I mean I guess it is in Pathfinder 2e.
Yeah.
But 2e uses a lot more bonuses and penalties, which
Yeah,
It
because
showed up occasionally in first edition as well.
I think the interesting someone did the math, and I think it works out to like a -4 is what my mind is always goes to. And I like both of those situations. I like that they're still in my mind mathematically. There's that concept of this is essentially a -4 to the roll, but I like that there is a chance of it still being highly successful. Whereas a negative number is like reduces the maximum potential instead of increasing chance. So I think in different situations it should definitely be it should be used in different situations. Like cover, I still like that like half cover is -2. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
But just shooting into darkness is technically like a -20. Shooting at something you can't see, but for some reason in 5e it's like roll with disadvantage. It's like you don't what So I don't know. It's like there's things I like and things I don't like about it, and sometimes it just doesn't make any sense to me. But that's a video for another day when I complain about that. Alright, let's do another roll. Pathfinder 1 had a called shot system, which was really cool and posed huge negatives to hit. The effects could be instant death. Yeah, so like that's another thing, like calling headshots. Basically, like I want a free critical. It's like -10, -20, and they're like that can't even hit that. It's like that's the point. Like it's not. It's like you have to have some really crazy shit going on for that to be just like I'm gonna shoot him in the head. It's like everybody's trying to shoot him in the head. That's how it works.
I think they actually got rid of that in second edition. I could be wrong.
In first edition, it was technically it was part of the
It was optional
gunslinger
rules, wasn't it?
but it was optional rules. Yeah, it was an optional rule system that they tried like with the gunslinger. They were like, this is how the gunslinger should be played. Like because you aren't dealing with armor, you should be trying to do called shots. You should just be doing that kind of stuff. Because then you're imposing negatives to a weapon that normally doesn't have negatives. So it works really well for the gunslinger. 10. A sungrazer. Smog gigantus? I don't know what that is. Like Dragonborn. Is this another sea slug? Why do I draw one of these every week? A Dragonborn fathomless warlock who serves an octopus. Are these all the same person? Sungrazer. That did not bring me up what I needed. I appreciate the scientific name. That will help, I think. Oh, it's a lizard. Okay. Giant girdled lizard. Nice. Oh, that looks really cool. That looks really cool. Yeah, okay. Little green dragonborn fathomless warlock. Alright. Let's do it. Delete. How do I do this? What?
Oh, it's the little dinosaur or dragon lizards.
Yeah.
Oh, the red-eyed crocodile skink?
No. It's called a girdled lizard. It's just a little spiny lizard boy.
Oh.
I think a headshot was like a -15 to hit, but it could be insta-gib. I think it's supposed to, I think headshots were either... The weird thing to me was that you could do like a called shot to the eyes, which like blinded them, or you could do a called shot to the head, and at the same time it's like, isn't that the same thing? But maybe not.
Lauren, hello, welcome in. Yeah, I think it might have been a my interesting.
I think it was a. I think the headshot was a critical, but I'm not sure. Because you could get helmets. The old system for helmets is when you had armored helmets that just made you immune to criticals, or you had to. It was made it harder for you to get criticaled on. So that makes sense to me. All right, let's draw this lizard boy.
That's what it looks like, Jared.
Gotcha. Alright. And I'm done with Derp Tiger Tabaxi, who is air quotes meditating.
Dirk. You just call him Dirk? Dirk Tiger
Derp. I called him Derp.
Dirk Tiger Tabaxi, attorney at law.
Oh god. Definitely a character on Tiger King.
Yep. Your Honor, my client has no heir to a throne. How dare he call himself the Tiger King?
Oh, this is a good pose you've got going, Burning. I love that.
Yeah.
Thanks, it took quite a few tries.
Yeah.
Best part of being able to call a sack tap as a monk. Oh, okay. Wait, can we make anything D&D related? I mean, yes. As long as it's D&D related, character D&D. You make a thief puppet that looks like something from a desert. You're right. Oh, it deleted it. Yeah. So the idea here is that you can suggest a D&D character. Usually go race class. You know, we have some monster races and stuff. That's fine. And then we put it on the list. And if we roll the dice and it gets selected, we draw it. An elk goblin? I don't know what an elk goblin is. Or golem.
A electric golem.
I was hoping for an actual elk golem, like a golem created out of elk antlers.
That's kind of what I was thinking, but that's not how that's spelled. Electric.
I know.
I mean, have you seen the bone golems? Bone golem.
Yeah, they're cool.
And we'll put it on the list.
Antler golem is now a thing in my world.
Okay, hang on, Jared. I got something for you then.
Death by groin punch. I mean, there are worse ways to die in the D&D universe, but that's probably not a great one.
Yeah. I would prefer death by groin punch to being swallowed by gibbering mouther.
That's true.
For Rokar.
Rokar.
Oh, I'm gonna draw a lot of spines.
I gotta roll. Still D20s?
D12. Down to a D12.
A 6.
6 is... there's an artificer, artillerist. Red-eared slider turtle. Okay, red-eared slider turtle. With robotic jaw and a metal shell. Arcane canvas coming out of a shell. Magic Blastoise style. There you go. An artificer robotic turtle.
I can do that.
Jared, this feat is just for you now.
Bone and sinew. Lots of suggestions have been done. Another Blastoise. Yeah, we've drawn a couple Blastoises in the day.
I mean, I think that's part of the interesting thing about D&D is like people can have the same idea and do it completely different ways, which is always fun.
Yeah, we've also had a couple of portal druids that turned into Torteras. So they're not all Blastoise.
We've had a couple Oogways as well.
I draw a
Yes.
lot of Oogways, yeah. There was a city that had them made electric and stone, made from
I love the way Uguay's clawed hands are modeled.
Yeah, just like kind of big fins. Very
Yeah.
tortoise-esque.
Yeah, totally. And the pinky is like the pinky claw is super long compared to all the others. Okay.
Made warrior, stone warriors protected from fiends. That's pretty cool. I mean, I want to do this, but I also want to make him a dragon. So I'm going to give him no spines.
Like a little dragon boy.
Let's see what we can do with this. So these people built robots to protect themselves from demons, but then the robots went crazy, so they built robots to protect against the robots, and then that robot went crazy and killed them all. Some bad planning. Some bad planning on their part.
Yeah. Somebody needs to talk to their lead programmers.
Everything I made turns evil.
Make sure you're not evil.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
This was supposed to be a warlock. I don't know what I'm going to do with him. I think I got to start over.
There is a villain from a cartoon that I'm trying to remember that had a metal jaw. It was a snake guy. I think it was
G.I. Joe?
either original DuckTales or Tailspin.
See, I was thinking of the guy from He-Man.
Yeah, there's Snap. Is it Snapjaw?
Lockjaw.
Yeah, Lockjaw. Looks like this. That was a He-Man villain. Yeah, I'm trying to think. And it was Claw. What was the bull from DuckTales? Did he have a iron jaw? Or did he have a metal head? No, that's Darkwing Duck. He was in the new
They are
series, though.
related.
They're the same person. The one time they were in Minotaur, yeah. Trapjaw is He-Man. Who is Ironjaw then? Or was that a misname?
Yeah, Lockjaw was like coming up as Marvel,
Lockjaw sounds.
which is a giant pug
Okay.
from space.
He can teleport. I remember that.
Oh man, I loved Darkwing Duck.
I rewatched it in one of my like late night stupors.
How did it hold up?
It's all right. It's very dated. It's very dated.
As most things that played in the 90s
Yeah.
are.
very sitcomish and like self-aware. Very strange. A lot of the villains for Darkwing Duck don't feel super villainous. They're just like really mad people. Like they're almost just kind of like stereotypical New Yorkers that decide that it's okay to steal shit. It's really strange.
I mean, it's a kid's show, so.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's very kind of like low stakes, and Darkwing Duck is just weird.
Comically edgy.
Yeah. I love Darkwing Duck.
Nope, I'm not gonna find it. That's fine.
Well, this is Lockjaw, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just a giant pug.
Oh. Does he have psychic powers?
I don't think he has psychic powers, but he does teleport.
Oh, so he is literally a blink dog.
He can teleport more than just himself, too.
Oh. James Bond Jr. maybe? There was a Jaws was in James Bond Jr., which was a weird.
No. It is specifically the character is a snake in like a huge trench coat. They have like an Indiana Jones hat, and they have a huge jaw that's like the lower half of a bear trap.
Sounds like a villain from the Cowboys. That were actual cows.
Oh, the cab. Oh, yep. Thaddeus E. Clang.
Oh, was that right?
You were.
Oh
Hold
my
on.
god.
Wait, is this from? What is this from?
I don't remember ever watching.
No,
the
this has got to
Cowboys.
be. What the fuck is this from? Tim Curry voiced Thaddeus E. Clang. From the Jungle Book? Okay. Nope, I have no idea
Tailspin.
what this is from.
This is him. It's from Tailspin.
Is that him?
Okay. Oh, same channel that came on. Toon Disney.
Okay.
Oh, I remember this guy.
Yeah, because he's a snake, so he has to have a robot body. That's how they give him a body. He's gotta- Whatever. Tailspin
Man, I
was
remember
weird.
Tailspin.
Yeah. Also started watching that at the same time as watching Darkwing Duck. It was alright.
So, Lockjaw's powers, he has super strength, interdimensional tracking sense, teleportation, and spatial distance sense. So, like, he can determine, like, relations between departure points. And weird teleporting stuff.
That seems pretty important for someone who can jump through space.
Oh yeah, totally. I'm not knocking it. It's just it's a bit the wording on it's very like
Trying to
high-minded.
remember. Trying to remember when I would have seen Lockjaw. Is that like a man? What did they?
So he's
He's
in the
part of the
Indian-
NQ. Yeah,
yeah.
he's Black Bolt's dog.
Okay.
Black Bolt is the guy who can't talk because his voice rips apart space-time, right?
Nope. Well, not really space-time, it's just so loud it's physically destructive.
Okay.
Which feels like Banshee's powers, but just amped.
He just Fushar does everything. Oh, he's a graybeard. That's what he is.
What the shit, cat?
It's alright.
Is it okay?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Okay.
Pixel just decided, what if I jumped over this giant board that's just standing nowhere in particular? If you knock over the TV, I will disown you. I will sell you on eBay.
Apparently, he was first featured in Fantastic Four. In 65.
Interesting.
I find it really interesting that Fantastic Four was such a successful comic book, and there have been no good movies made of it.
I mean, have you watched the TV show?
No, I didn't know that they made a
Did you know
TV
this?
show of it.
Yeah, no, Fantastic Four has been around for a long time.
I remember the old cartoon. That's all I
Cartoon,
remember.
yeah. Yeah, type in Ben Grimm Fantastic Four TV show. It's pretty great.
I'm gonna lose Thaddeus E. Clang. That's okay. I remember him looking a lot cooler and a lot more menacing than this.
Ep274, how do I submit a character? You can either during the week, we have the community post up, so you can post one there. But if you'd like to post one now, I can add it to the list. I think we're only going to be drawing for probably another 30 minutes or so, so we might get one more. But if you'd like me to add it to the list, I can definitely do that. Fantastic Four TV series 1978. No, maybe I was wrong. Maybe it was fake. 1963 TV series? There it is.
It's really old. I'm pretty sure it's even older.
First time in the live
Tony
stream.
West.
Well, the way you're typing now, you can just suggest a D&D character. Like you can just type it in the chat, and I'll put it on the list for you. 10 episodes were filmed. The rest of the series was planned, but its ill-fated show ultimately never aired. Ah, okay. Oh no! In 1974, the only tapes of the recorded episodes were destroyed in a fire in California.
That's too bad.
Nope, it is fake. It's totally fake. It was a prank. That's funny.
Is this like a live action show or is it a cartoon?
It was a live action show that someone put together as a joke, and it became
okay.
it became
A myth.
a myth. Yeah. So it never actually exists. It never actually.
Got off the ground. Because
Okay, for
what I
very
was trying
detailed
to think
description,
is like, so was it?
I would. Sorry, Corbs, 1 second. I usually go one sentence. So race, class. Yeah, that's usually the best way to do it. Wait, are you guys listening? Yeah, Lauren, sorry. There's a lot going on here, and it's just like we're kind of talking and drawing at the same time. So I can't just. I don't want to just read all of your text to the chat, if that makes sense. And as for another idea, we usually only accept one per week. So
Yeah, because otherwise we would have way too many to ever be able to draw. I mean, you already had
I already
upwards
have
of
too
30
many, yeah.
today, right?
Yeah. What is the fathomless? Fathomless. What do you get for being
Warlock?
fathomless warlock? Yeah.
Hang on.
I think they said something
I
about
feel like
octopus. So
Yeah, you do get like tentacle powers.
tentacle powers, but not old one tentacle powers.
No, so the Phasmos one, it can be like related to the Great Old Ones, but where they kind of envision is something like you make a pact with like a kraken or something.
Gotcha. Okay. More
So-
sea related than.
Yeah.
Why can't I say aberrations? That doesn't sound right. Is that right?
RM related.
Yeah.
So, I think
Aberrant.
the adjective for it you're thinking is aberrant.
Yep. That was what I was trying to find. Was aberrant.
Yeah, so they get a lot of like storm or ocean related spells. So like thunder wave, gust of wind, lightning bolt, control water. And like you get Big Beast Hand, but it appears as a tentacle.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, Lauren, I did add the electric golem to the list. It's on there.
Kraken's mermaid, another powerful sea life. You also gain cold resistance in underwater.
Okay, so the Fathomless is ocean
Yep.
warlock, which is cool. I like that. Terrifying. So I'm gonna put a little sea
Remember,
motif.
it's for mermaid.
Yeah, we'll put a little sea motif on here.
There it is if you want to look at it.
I am busy.
Well, it was just kind of for everyone.
I cannot click on links right now. Earlier, Druid asked why can't we wear cool cult uniforms?
Sexy
Sexy
cult
cult
uniforms specifically.
To which my response was, which I didn't get to get out in the chat because everything started up. I was gonna say maybe you're just joining the wrong cults, but I've been thinking about that. It's like robes just aren't good. Robes just aren't sexy. Period.
No, they're not.
So
Look, when somebody makes a cult where everybody is super hot and in shape and wears clothes that expose everybody's titties, then then we can talk about religion. But
Yeah,
not until then.
I think you just need to move to Amsterdam and go to like a sex club.
I
I think that's where you're. I think you're wrong part of the world.
Join the Dionysian religion.
Yeah. Grung Rogue, cleric, golden grung with a black board on his side? I don't know what that means. Because he can't talk and... Oh, he's got a blackboard. Okay, gotcha. Back almost bigger than himself. Okay.
I like that.
I had the words, but I didn't put the words together. Like, why would he have a blackboard? Like, just like a plank? Did you hear the electrical? Yeah, the electrical.
Writing slate.
The writing slate, yeah.
Oh, now I gotta look it up. Cults
What
with
is it?
cool uniforms.
All right, I think this is about it for the spiky boy.
want to do more for this turtle, but I don't know what else to do.
It's pretty good. It's a pretty good turtle. I mean, he doesn't have his Blastoise guns, but I'm not gonna hold you to
Oh,
that.
he was supposed to have blast. I missed that part.
He was Nautilus, yeah, with the big things coming out of his back. That's why we're making fun of the Blastoise turtles. 'cause
Oh, right.
We've made a few of them.
Well, I can do something with that. He won't be Blastoise though. He he's just gonna have a fucking ballista strapped to his back.
Okay. I'm gonna do some like tentacle swirls on the coat. I think that's it. I am getting tired here, so I think this will probably be the last one we do. You guys can keep going, like if you want, while I'm doing this, but I'm gonna roll one more time because I don't even want to draw the fingers, which is usually a good sign of like time to take a break.
Ramping down.
Yeah, ramping down, which is fine.
That's okay.
But I like this little scaly lizard man. Maybe I'll give him some little fins on his scales. Or down here. That looks cool. I like that. Okay. How are you gonna add the rocket launchers? Turtle launcher. Dinosus wants to know your location. I don't understand that, Hatchy Brown. I don't understand that at all. D12, here we go. Hold a 3. Looks like another Dragonborn? What is this? Maybe it is. An Amethyst Gem Dragonborn who majors in Abjuration Magic. Does that mean he's a wizard? Amethyst Gem Dragonborn who majors in Abjuration Magic. He loves...
School of Algebra.
Yeah. He loves wearing droopy clothes that can flare up when he casts a protection spell. That's cool. I like that. Okay. Genesis has a super sexy party cult. Oh, Dionysus. Gotcha.
Yeah.
There's no clothes that looks good on anyone. Sexy cult outfit has the same challenge as finding bridesmaid dresses that look nice.
Would not know.
So the problem with Dionysus cults is, or like any real Greek god cults, is they aren't cults in the same way that we think of modern day cults.
Yeah.
That's a good start, as I don't really want to join an actual cult.
Why can't I just join a cool cult? Well, people are awesome and like really cool to each other. I think that's just called a group.
Yeah,
That's
that's
just
just called therapy.
I just want to be among people who don't treat everybody else like shit and arbitrarily hold everyone else to their own weird, obscure standards.
So you want some friends?
No, shut up. Maybe. I have to go.
Gem dragons. I think I'm drawing a weird furry Charizard, and I don't want to do that. Let's try this again. Let's try this one more time. Amethyst is more like in the category of talents? Wait, do you play D&D live streams? I don't. We don't do... I do upload some of the games we play. And so every now and again we will play them on Twitch. But I've moved away from doing that just because of kind of time constraints and editing. So a lot of the D&D stuff we do is not content that we record. Yeah, but there's a few episodes up, and if people like those, I'll start recording them again. But, basically, all of the audio files are up for the Patreon members on the Patreon page. But we haven't played in quite a while, just because of planning and timing and other shenanigans. I might start trying that to get that up again, but every time I do, something comes up, and it's been a mess. I've been trying to rework my campaign so that we can start picking people up. Dang it, I forgot what this was supposed to be already. Got it. Abjuration Wizard. I'm on it. Gem Dragons. Should draw. I really wanna message Dan Avidan and be like, hey, can I draw you a D&D character? Just to see what he comes up with, like what he wants me to draw.
I mean, I see no harm in reaching out.
Can you add some Let's Play Dragons Dungeons & Dragons Livestream on YouTube? Wait, you do that? Would you join?
So the way I've done it in the past is, so the few I do have up are for the Patreon members that we've had in there, just because there's a lot of legality in trying to like let people join the Discord and stuff. So I have to put a bunch of like paperwork and shit in front of people. So as a free, like just open to anybody to join, I probably won't be doing that. We tried something like that on Twitch, and it was just awful. It was a mess. So I would love to figure out a way to do that. Play like Twitch plays D&D. But as of right now, yeah, D&D is super fun, but I'm already hosting 3 games right now, I think. So adding more is going to be a jump off point that will take a lot of effort. Need a lot of people wanting to do that before we can do anything like that. But like I said, there are out there. You can go watch the old videos. I even tried to do like an animatic of one, which was oof.
A lot of work.
A lot of work.
I remember that week.
Yeah.
You were stressed.
That was seriously like, I want to say 30 to 40 hours of work into something that I think 100 people saw.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not worth it. I made literally less than a penny an hour.
Also, weren't you still working at the restaurant at the time?
Yeah, that was really really what that was like my, can I animate? And I taught myself, no, I could not. So I had to go back and like relearn animation and see like what programs I had. So it wasn't like a total waste, but it reminded me how much work animation is, and that like for me to do what I do now, the new videos I've been putting out, I'm adding very simple animations in there that I don't think I would have been able to really. I cut my teeth on that one because that was the first like long form animation attempt I did, and it was tough. What's your favorite character you made? Well, my mascot, my little Rook logo, is actually based off of my character Doc. He's probably one of my favorite. He was just a cleric of Nathis. I've remade him a few times. Pretty fun.
Are they talking about Rugby?
Rugby's pretty funny too. That was my favorite D&D character. Rugby is he my favorite? I don't know. He's okay.
Finbar is my favorite of the ones you've made.
Finbar's pretty funny. I like Finbar. He's not an otter folk. He's just an otter. He's just a regular otter. Otter warlock.
What are we down to? I was gonna roll again.
Worst Dan can do is call you a weird nerd and block you. That's true. We're down to a D12 again. We've had some ads and I removed some.
Okay,
Got a
so
3.
A
so
3?
this turtle definitely needs a kobold to sit on his back and act as gunner.
He's just got like a little
Gunner
button.
or ammunition.
Yep.
And yeah,
A gnome druid with red mushrooms glowing on his back, who recently escaped from an insane asylum. Sounds like a little bit of like a jinx gnome.
All gnomes are Jinx gnomes.
Yeah, I guess so. Mushrooms glowing on his back, huh?
I've done it again. I've made this Dragonborn real beef. He's supposed to be wearing baggy clothes, so I will probably try to do that.
You can wear baggy clothes over beef.
I love abjuration magic. I think it's super cool. And I wish there was more of like a defensive tank wizard based around it. Like mage armor and shield are class abilities instead of spells. Super dope.
Abjuration wizard with enough HP in their arcane wand to ignore con saves until it depletes. I like that idea too. That would be pretty funny.
Just non-stop temporary help. Shield wizard.
Abjuration wizard with the tough feet.
Hell yeah.
Toughness feet.
I'd do it. One of these days I'm gonna do the stir wizard.
Well, do it, coward.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was mean.
One of these days. He doesn't need to be
Next
wearing it.
Pathfinder character. Start wizard.
Yep. You get maximum HP, so you might as well, right? Like, go to town. God, you just die so fast in Pathfinder.
Everything is instant death.
that is okay. Look, you guys have mostly in the last couple of sessions done the harder things that I have built.
I still
So I don't think that's necessarily true because you guys handled the bandit very well. Nobody like went down, and that was a balanced encounter.
Debatable. Why do I keep giving it a collar on the? Or just want like a rope. There we go. Better.
I thought it was fairly balanced.
No, I think it was fine.
According to the guidelines of how to build an encounter, it was balanced.
I think that one was probably one of our better ones. I think we did a good job there.
I just think maybe like.
I think
the only
we
issue
as.
you had.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I think the only issue you may have had is like you became like the center of focus for everyone, and so it's just like everyone's ganging up on you.
No, I was totally fine. Like I think we did great. I think that one really fell apart because of team dynamics. Like we as a team didn't work well together. We just kind of slammed into it. But the encounter was fine. I think, and we came out of it okay. Compared to like any of the other fights we've had, which have all somebody's almost exploded.
I don't know what you guys are talking about with that.
Burning has almost
Random
exploded
encounter.
many times.
It worked great.
Yeah, I think it was fine. I don't.
High jumps the cliff and cleaves the bandit leader in two.
Yeah. One shot. One shot my orc chieftain.
Didn't we? I think we also one shot your might too, didn't we?
Yes. But that the might is supposed to like. It's a wizard. It goes down easy and basically is there to act as support slash direction for the scorpions.
That's how it works raw. Well, maybe I'm misunderstanding this, but Abjuration Wizard with enough HP in their Arcane Wand can ignore con saves until it's depleted, because their Arcane Ward is separate from you. But on the flip side, it doesn't gain your resistances. Cast Alarm 80 times, and then watch your TM cry. I am lost.
So, Arcane Ward is the special feature of the Adjuration. The Shield Wizard.
Yep.
In 5th edition. And it's like, every time you cast any spell in that school, it goes up.
Okay.
So, if you just cast, like you said, Alarm or other
Cantrips.
spells,
Yeah.
It goes up.
What goes up? You get like is it temporary
Ward.
HP? Okay.
I believe so, yes.
Gotcha. I'm down with that. I feel like there might be a stipulation somewhere in there because that feels like a pretty big loophole to.
Yeah, there's probably like a cap.
I'd have to look into that more. That feels like some D&D shorts bullshit that someone just decided not to read part of the rules. The first half of the sentence says I do unlimited damage. What's the second half of the sentence say? What?
Doesn't matter.
So, when you cast a Adjuration spell, first level or
Abjuration.
higher, is that J?
Abjuration. Go ahead.
You can simultaneously use a strand of the spell's magic to create a magical ward around yourself that lasts until you finish a long rest.
Okay.
Has hit points equal to twice your wizard level plus your intelligence mod. If you take damage, the ward takes the damage instead.
Okay.
And if it's reduced to 0, it doesn't. You take the remaining damage.
Temporary hit points. I like it. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, but it doesn't say it's temporary hit points. That's the distinction.
But it
Interesting.
functions
Plays it,
exactly
yeah.
the same.
Yes.
It's only leveled spells. Okay, see, that makes more sense. If your DM gives you 20 hours to ritually cast it, you can get a huge HP buff. What
But-
drawing program are you using?
Then you've been casting for 20 hours, and
You're exhausted.
you're exhausted.
What drawing program? We're using Aggie.io. It is a browser-based it's a browser-based program on the internet.
Yeah, free to use.
Free to use.
It's not particularly sophisticated, but you know, it functions.
It allows us to draw together, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, most DMs aren't going to give you that because it's kind of silly. Like, the whole idea of like, oh, I can have infinite dexterity if I get one of these books that gives me +2, but then takes 100 years to recharge, and I just lock myself in like a time chamber or something. It's like, no. No.
I spend the next 1,000 years gaining 5 dexterity. I go, okay.
Great, you do that. Now roll a new character while the party continues because we're not waiting for you.
To be fair, that is how Dragon Ball Z works, right? Like that's
Yes.
essentially that's the plot of Dragon Ball Z.
Definitely.
I guess that's how Bleach goes too. I don't want to talk about it. Anyways. I'm gonna do it. So yeah, essentially the Abjuration Wizard is limited, right? Limited by its
Oh yeah, totally.
spell caps. So at most you're looking at a bonus, what, like 15 health? How much HP do you get per use?
So
Twice your wizard level.
plus your intelligence mod.
Okay, so that's actually that's more. That's like 50 extra hit points at like level 20. 50 to 100.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's not terrible.
Yeah.
So you still have such a low HP pool anyways that that's not terrible, but it does push you up to the level of a fighter.
Yeah. That's why if people go with this wizard subclass, they a lot of times will try to take the toughness feat, which boosts the HP that you can get as you level up.
Yeah, because essentially you're gonna wanna get the most HP naturally, and then you're essentially gaining a bonus 5 HP per level because you're casting spells, usually on par with your levels. So yeah, so you're looking at having a stacked plus 5, so 7, average 7 hit points per level. It's not terrible. Not terrible at all.
Yeah. And at 6th level, you can use a reaction to basically shield other people with your arcane ward.
Ooh, that's fancy. I like that. Shield Wizard, here we come.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
I think we've discovered our new project.
And at 14th level, you get spell resistance.
Fancy.
Advantage on saving throws against spells, and you are resistant to all damage from spells.
That's awesome. That's actually really awesome, yeah. Just gotta get some plate mail and you're good to go. 1 level in fighter. Dip that shit.
Or be a dwarf and get medium armor.
Yeah, you can do that too.
Better than nothing.
I think that's where I would like to call it. How are you guys doing? Think you're gonna finish it up?
I'm just plugging away at coloring.
I think I'm done with this
All right.
mushroom though.
It is 2 o'clock. It was a good 5-hour day. It was pretty solid. I'm gonna go work on the video. Let's see how much I get that done. What is tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday. Friday, I'm not sure what we're gonna do yet. We might finish this up. We only have we got through a good chunk of the drawings today. So I think we might not do that on a Friday. Might do something else. Might do the Patreon draw. Divination Wizard, Abjuration Wizard are so good, but underused. Yeah, I think so. People like that fireball, yo. That's where people want. That's it. That's all I got. All of these pictures will be posted on the Discord. If you're not a member of the Discord, check the link down below. We will upload them there so we can use them for their home games or whatever have you. Thanks everybody for drawing with me today. That was fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out. And that's all I got. Stay happy, stay healthy. Keep your dice on the table, and we'll catch you next time. Oh, we can see if there's someone to raid. Because this is a thing now.
Wait,
You can raid on YouTube?
You can raid on YouTube now.
what?
Let's see, is there anybody? Nope. No one to raid. Apparently I'm not following anybody that's live streaming right now, so them's the breaks. So thanks everybody. Have a good day. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.